You ever notice how some nights just you feel safe? Like the universe is telling you to relax because, hey, nothing bad can possibly happen. That's what I thought that Thursday evening in Galveston, Texas. Cicadas buzzing in the trees, porch lights glowing just enough to see your own breath, the air tasting like cut grass and salt from the Gulf. You could almost believe the world had gone soft. Everybody was tucked in somewhere, families winding down, and honestly, you'd think nobody had a reason to be afraid. Well, that's how it felt inside Harbor Street Cafe. The place was humming real low the way good cafes do. Mugs clinking, forks, tapping voices, never higher than a whisper. That's where I saw Emily Parker for the first time, or really where everybody saw her whether they wanted to admit it or not. She wasn't flashy. Just a black top jeans, hair like chestnut silk sitting by the window, except for the wheelchair and the way she carried herself. Not like someone looking for pity, but like someone you'd better not underestimate. There on the side of her chair was a polished badge, the Navy SEAL trident. Most people just thought it looked fancy. Some knew better. And the ones who really knew, they never forgot. That badge didn't come in a cereal box. Emily had led people through hell and brought them home alive at the cost of her own legs. Now she just wanted to drink her coffee in peace, fade into the background a little. But the world doesn't always care what you want, does it? Door flies open, bang. The bell above it screams, then goes dead silent like it's scared too. 3 men stomp in boots, heavy leather vests, the kind of guys who think laughing louder makes them tougher. Biker gang. You could feel the air tighten. People staring at their plates, nobody making eye contact, everybody wishing they could melt into the wallpaper. Except Emily. She just watched calm as a stone. No fear, not even anger, just this stillness that spooked those bikers more than if she'd screamed. The leader, Chad Briggs, was a big guy, tattoos the kind of jaw that says he's broken noses for fun. He starts prowling the place, laughing too loud, pushing chairs, barking at the waitress until her hands shake. Then he spots Emily sitting there all alone, and you could just see it in his face. Here's a guy who's always picked on the easy target, and he thinks he's found another one. He saunters over, grinning shadow falling across her table. "What's the matter, sweetheart? Boyfriend leave you behind?" Emily doesn't flinch, just looks up, voice quiet as falling snow. "I'm fine. That's it. No apology, no fear." He spots the trident, jabs a finger. "What's this, huh? Sticker from a cereal box?" And Emily's eyes go cold. "I earned it." Place goes dead quiet. Then Chad laughs mean ugly. "Yeah, right. They letting girls like you into the SEALs now." His buddies roar. But in one corner, 2 men go real still, Jake and Matt Parker. Emily's twin brothers. They don't move, don't speak. But there's something dangerous in their eyes, the kind of danger you can't buy or fake combat steal. And let me tell you, nobody in that cafe, not even those bikers, had the faintest clue what was about to break loose. See, the Parkers weren't some ordinary family. Emily grew up tough, stubborn, joined the Navy at 18, wore the trident by 25. Lost her legs, saving her team from a grenade, came home, rebuilt herself from scratch. Her brothers Jake and Matt followed her into the SEALs and family. That was everything. Emily's brother-in-law Daniel was it, not a fighter. But loyal, he'd go through fire for her. And that week, both Jake and Matt just happened to be visiting for a barbecue. That was all they'd planned. A little peace, maybe a cold beer or two. But fate's a mean cuss, and sometimes trouble comes looking for you, not the other way around. And trouble, well, her name was Carla Dunn, HOA president. If you've ever lived under an HOA, you probably know the type. Early 50s, perfect nails blazer, sharper than her smile. She ran that HOA like a cartel. Citations for fence colors, fines for trash cans. Out 5 minutes too long, threats for lawn ornaments she didn't like. Most people folded, some sold. She always had a shell company ready to scoop up those cheap homes, flip them for a profit. But the Parkers, they weren't most people. Emily ignored the letters, Daniel tossed the fines. And when Carla tried to nose around their backyard, Jake told her to get lost. She never forgot that humiliation. So when those bikers walked into the cafe, that wasn't just random. Carla had sent them to break the Parkers, make them an example. Back in the cafe, Chad is getting louder. You think you're tough with your little badge sitting here like you matter. He slams his hands down on Emily's chair hard. Daniel half stands. Jake holds him back. Emily looks Chad in the eye. I earned that trident. Chad sneers, leans in, breath like sour beer. You're crippled. I should roll you out in the street, see if that badge keeps the cars off you. His buddies howl. Emily's calm never breaks, and it's driving Chad nuts. So he grabs her wheelchair, shoves it forward, smashing her into the table. Coffee spills all over her lap. The whole place holds its breath. And that's when the twins move. No drama, no shouting. Jake just stands Matt right behind him. The bikers laugh nervously, thinking they've got the upper hand. Who are you supposed to be, one jeers? Jake's voice is quiet, dangerous. Step away from my sister. Chad blinks, stumbles, then tries to save face. What, you two gonna stop me? Jake just says, no, you don't know who you're messing with. Chad's done talking. Boys teach these clowns a lesson. The other bikers lunge, chairs scraping, and in a flash, all hell breaks loose. Jake and Matt move like a machine. First biker swings. Jake sidesteps, locks his wrist twists. The guy howls as his arm bends wrong. Jake drives him through a table, plates flying. Matt intercepts the second biker mid-step. A brutal shot to the gut sweeps him to the floor, knocks the wind out of him. Chad stares in shock. This wasn't supposed to happen. He charges. Jake meets him, deflects the punch, drives an elbow into Chad's jaw. Matt right behind him, knee in Chad's gut. Then together they sweep his legs, slam him to the floor. 15 seconds, maybe less. All three bikers are down, groaning. The cafe is dead quiet except for broken glass and shaky breathing. Emily sits unmoving, calm as ever. Phones start coming out now that it's safe. Daniel rushes to Emily, dabbing her with napkins. You burned, I'm fine, she says. And she is. Cops show up in minutes. Detective Bramble, broad shoulders, slate eyes, walks in, takes one look, knows exactly who did what. Jake and Matt, hands up, were Navy SEALs visiting family. Bramble nods, respect in his eyes. Who sent these guys? Chad tries to bluster. You don't know who you're messing with. But it's too late. Travis, the youngest biker, spills it. The board, they call her the board, wanted compliance. Carla done. Room goes cold. Bramble hears it, files it away. The Parkers are about to become the biggest problem Carla Dunn's ever had. That night, Carla is pacing her office, silk robe, wine glass, surrounded by monitors, street feeds, security cameras everywhere. She's built this place to be unbreakable, but she's watching it unravel live on camera. Her enforcers are in cuffs, the neighborhood is buzzing, and Detective Bramble is sniffing at her doorstep. The next morning, the Parker house is tense. Jake's got maps out. Matt's pacing. Emily is steady. Daniel's filing neighbor testimonies that start pouring in emails, voice memos, photos of bogus violations. The whole neighborhood, it turns out, has been quietly waiting for someone to stand up. Now they got their proof. They've got each other. And while Carla plots her next move, more fines, more threats, accidents if she has to, the Parkers, with Bramble's help, build their case. Don Henderson, the HOA treasurer, finally snaps records, Carla bragging about using fear and cutting out the disease. He sends it straight to Bramble. Federal agents move in at dawn. Carla opens her door, all pearls and fake smiles, and gets slapped in cuffs for racketeering, fraud, criminal intimidation, the whole book. Neighbors watch as she's walked past the house she built like a fortress, now just another criminal led to a black SUV. For a moment, nobody speaks. Then the street erupts, applause, cheers, relief. Emily, calm in her chair, lets herself feel peace for the first time in years. After the headlines fade, the real healing begins. The HOA signs come down. Neighbors talk again. Kids play in the street. One night, the Parkers host a backyard cookout. No meetings, just laughter. Jake stands up, voice steady. The problem wasn't this neighborhood. It was the lie that you had to be afraid. That lie's broken. It sticks with me. You know, all those years thinking you had to fight monsters somewhere far away, sometimes the real battle's right across your own fence. Sometimes standing your ground, telling the truth, that's enough. So I gotta ask, if you'd lived here, would you have fought? Would you have stood up, or would you have played it safe, kept your head down? I know what I chose, and I know what I'd choose again. Drop a comment. Tell me what you think justice really means. Tell me about the battles you've fought in your own neighborhood, because I promise you fear only wins if we let it.